Today's the day I actually get to play MLB The Show with an Xbox controller.
Nice.
Look at that kid. Look at that man. Look at him. Now, this video is going to have a little bit of everything. I am going to play a game towards the end, but first I'm going to go through, get my settings situated, and create my first ball player on Xbox. So if you want to see that process, we'll do that first, and then we'll play a game at the end. We're going to just jump. I mean, I am literally on the menu screen right now on my Xbox Series X. We're going to select our favorite team, and I'm going to select my favorite team as the Angels because I'm convinced that this increases your odds at pulling Mike Trout every year. I'm a competitive guy. We'll just keep it on Hall of Fame. Doesn't really matter. Moving on. Would like to skip the tutorial stuff, honestly. This is so wild. This feels absolutely insane. So here it is, the opening screen for MLB The Show. We are on a almost kind of has an EA vibe. The main 4 modes, Road to the Show, Diamond Dynasty, March to October, and Franchise right there for you on the front screen. Top right corner, that create button, that's where you're going to be able to go in and do the create a stadium. Top left is where you're going to be able to do your ball player. So I'm going to click on here. Welcome to the ball player hub. In just a minute, I'm going to go through here and we're going to actually create our first ball player for Xbox that we're going to use across our entire Xbox account, whether it's Road to the Show, Diamond Dynasty. We're going to make our first player loadout in just a minute. But first, let's go circle back and make sure all my settings are where they need to be, because that's the first thing you need to do when you open this game. We're gonna go over to settings. We're gonna jump in settings. We'll hop on gameplay. I am a strike zone hitting person. Boom. We hit with zone. I like buttons. We'll put it on diamonds. Wedge. Where's my wedge? None on the outside, white with 100% transparency. And that right there is how I'll be hitting out of the gate. Now this year in MLB The Show, they're introducing pinpoint pitching. Pinpoint pitching is essentially the old pitching mechanic that you would see in the 2K video games. I'll be using pure analog for now. Now the other important thing with settings, if you're the type of person that, you know, you want to play, once you're in game, you want to go fast and you don't want to see all the different camera angles in between pitches and stuff, make sure you go into presentation and put it on fast play. And when it comes to pitch selection cameras, turn them off. If you're anything like me, once I'm actually in game, we're locked in. I'm ready to go. I'm not worried about all the nuances of the stadium and the fans and all that stuff. Cut it out by putting fast play on. All right, so now that my settings are good, let's go make our first creative player. Now the ball player, which is your creative player, is totally new this year. The first thing we're gonna do is decide our loadout. So here's the loadout hub. This is what it looks like. You're gonna equip perks, as you can see in the top left corner, that determine your archetype and what position your player is. And then once we create them, we can either play Road to the Show or do missions within Diamond Dynasty, and that's how we're going to level him up. You can see an item's compatible positions and attributes in the bottom right corner. So it's actually, I was doing this on PlayStation before, and I liked the spark plug second baseman. That's what I'm doing on PlayStation. Now for my Xbox person, I'm gonna do Speedster, which is gonna put us in center field. Now that we have the archetype situated, as you can see here, these are all the different equipments that you can add to your creative player, and all the different equipments will add attributes to your player to make him better. I currently do not have any equipment because I haven't played a single game, and you will get a lot of equipment out of packs in Diamond Dynasty. So once I start the No Money Spent series, we'll start really getting a lot of equipment to upgrade the player. So the next step is to go customize him. Now that we got our archetype and our position situated, let's go get him ready. First of all, you can change his pose here on the ball player screen. And I think I'm gonna go with the cap tip here. We got lots of hair there. I think we have a winner. Jimmy, nice beard, man. And one of my favorite right-handed swings in the game, I'm not being biased here, is Rhys Hoskins. So that's the batting stance that I'm gonna equip to Jimmy. Look at Jimmy. Number 69 with the hair flowing out over the ears, and the beard is going to be a speedster in center field. We should just jump right into Road to the Show, shouldn't we? Let's just play some Road to the Show here with him. Have you been talking to any particular team, Jimmy? Not really, but I know what type of club I'd like to play for. Winners! You thought I was kidding too. I want to play for a strong team currently viewed as a contender. I already know you can't get drafted in the first round in this mode, so just insert me in the playoffs, Chief. Just be ready to give it to your best for whomever puts their trust in you. I'm about to bat 500 on All-Star, Coach. I'm kind of expecting a call here. I don't want to tie up your line. Good luck, son. Peace out, Coach.
Carlos, you lived that in your baseball career. What's his world like?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. You know that if you perform, you will get the call.
We've got a developing story here. JP, what are you hearing?
I'm checking the numbers, I'm talking to my sources and my scouts, and they're all telling me, hey, this could actually work.
Most of us mere mortals, when we were that age, we were barely chewing gum and walking at the same time, let alone playing the hardest game there is.
Let's see if he's pumping up mentally here to adapt. That's what good players do.
That dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call.
You have gotta be kidding me! You are actually kidding me!
Continuing our MLB Draft Day 2 wrap-up coverage, back to the prospect that we mentioned before the break. There was some surprise, even some criticism of the front office over how early he went off the board.
The Phillies fan goes to the Mets. Let's go, Mets! The club is intrigued by your potential as a two-way. Jimmy, let's get it. I'm game. I am game. Where do you see yourself playing in the field? Somewhere in the infield for sure. I'm literally an outfielder. Why is that the first option? What spot were you thinking? Center. We're going to stick in center, Captain. We'll give you one game on the mound and a couple on the field, and then we'll touch base again. Lock it in. This is honestly kind of funny, but I am game. The Mets miss out on George Springer in free agency after Steve Cohen takes over the world, and we're going to end up taking over that center field spot for the Mets and potentially slinging it out of the rotation. Let's go. Check out the team first and foremost. Let's look at the roster. DeGrom, obviously best pitcher in baseball. Lindor's on the squad. Michael Conforto entering his prime. We need a healthy Noah Syndergaard. All right, so right now, looking at my attributes on the card, we're pretty much 30 across the board. If we toggle our attributes, it will show us our hitting stats. We have our pitching stats here, and then our hitting stats, 39, 39, 44, 44, 35, 40. When we put equipment on our player, our stats will come up, and there's going to be a little icon above the bar that shows how much more has been added from the equipment. Let's review your pitch arsenal, Jimmy. Is it fastball, changeup, curveball? Yes, sir, coach. Apparently, that's my pitch mix. Can I change that? Thought so. You let me know if you had something else to show me, right? Actually, I do have some different pitches in mind to develop. Exactly. That's where we want. I want a cutter and a sinker. Welcome to focus training. On every off day and in between long stretches of games, you will be able to make a choice of what area you want to train. Select a training category to learn more about it and how it will affect you. Okay. So what would you like to do? So I can only replace these three pitches. I would rather have a slider than a curveball, if I'm being honest. Can I do that? Looks like I can. Yeah, I'm gonna do slider over the curveball. Fastball, changeup, slider is what we'll do. I'm curious if we'll be able to also add a pitch here. I think I'm also gonna actually replace the four seam with a two seam too, just to get a little bit more action on the pitch. We'll go two seam versus the straight four seam. Now these training sessions, I believe, are where we're gonna be able to gain attributes. We're gonna work on control with our primary pitch. Attributes progress, and they're on their way up to 31. First game of the season, we're gonna be in the 8-hole. Come on, Captain. Against a left-handed pitcher, though. Let's do it. Ripped! Right center. Do I try for two? No, that's a single. We'll take one. First to third. What a start. Shed, get gassed up, man. Stranded. After starting our season 1 for 1, we're going to get our first action in the outfield as a center fielder. Oh, no, I'm not used to that long bar here in Road to the Show. That was a tough play, too. Strong throw. Strong throw. Need it. Oh, we got a bad jump. Oh, this is getting worse. Oh, and it hopped over us. It just keeps getting worse. Reese! Oh, no, I thought that was a knock. We beat it out. Oh, we're safe, baby. What do you mean we're out? We're safe! We are safe! What's wrong with this guy? What is wrong with that? Are you sure, Blue? Are you sure he's safe? Get up, ball. Perfect, perfect. To the moon! To the moon! Run that replay, Jimmy! That's off the top. That's off the nearly the top of the foul pole. Oh, mercy. Are you kidding me? What a bomb in game 1. That's mine. Routine. mine routine. Get up. All right, we will end this game 3 for 4 unless we get another at bat in the 9th inning, which is possible. We will. I pushed up PCI. All right, 2 straight outs after 3 straight knocks, but a perfect no-doubter in our debut. Things you love to see. We end up winning that game by a score of 7-2. We out hit them 14-6. 3 for 5 with a homer and 2 RBIs at our debut. Let's go, Mets! All right, got some progress done there on our vision and our contact and on our reaction defensively as well. Base attributes are growing. So now that you're in here on the homepage of Road to the Show, you're gonna hit this button right here on your controller, and that's gonna pop up this screen. This is very important. This is where you can mess around with the loadout of your player. It'll redirect you to this screen right here. And from this screen, you can not only view all of your stats on your player, you can also view the program for your ball player. And this is where you upgrade this ball player within Diamond Dynasty. If you go down here at the bottom, you see missions for Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty. If you go in here, it gives you different missions that you have to complete. Top, it'll show you the different things that you will unlock as you go through. So you will be upgrading your perks and your equipment as you play, and then of course as you do the missions and as you play with your player, you will also be upgrading his attributes as we've seen after that last game. And then once you get all the way through here to 11, you'll get this archetype pack, which will give you silver archetypes, and the goal is to work your way from bronze archetypes all the way up to the diamond archetypes. So this is going to be a bit of a grind, but they give you multiple ways to grind it in Road to the Show and Diamond Dynasty with your ball player. Everything's intertwined together. It's pretty sick. This Diamond Dynasty series on my Xbox, no money spent, grinding this ball player, doing Diamond Dynasty is going to be so much fun. So if you're pumped, hit that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel if you are new. So keep your eyes peeled on any Xbox videos on the channel. You are going to just live out the life of Jimmy this season, the ball player on Diamond Dynasty and Road to the Show here on my channel. I cannot wait to start recording these videos. This is exciting.